This is your aircraft. Your aircraft. This is your aircraft.
I'm about to fly by myself for the first time. I'm not a baby bird perched on the edge of the nest, ready to teeter off and take flight. I'm in an airport surrounded by a microcosmic mass of humanity. At my gate, I take the window seat because I can see both the planes taking off outside and the diverse group of people around me. There's the flustered girl in the long coat running to catch her flight, the young mother walking past, clutching her baby to her chest, the older man with a beanie reading his newspaper. We don't know each other. All we have in common is that for this brief moment, our paths are crossing. We exist together in one city and each need to be in another one. So we stand in lines, we fasten our seatbelts, and we cram into a 100,000-pound hunk of metal. And somehow, by the laws of mechanics, this massive conglomeration of metal and glass and chemicals filled with random humans starts moving. Faster and faster and faster. And somehow, by the laws of aerodynamics, the air rushes over the wings until suddenly the wheels aren't touching the ground anymore, and we are cheating gravity. Orville and Wilbur would be proud.
Once airborne, 2 hours and 10 minutes flight time. Relax.
I take the window seat because I've never loved Seattle more than when I see it from the sky. We rise, and it's like we're zooming out on Google Earth. The houses, roads, and fields shrink into a doll-sized city until the cars become ants and the buildings look like toys. All of a sudden, I can see neat lines, the precise rows of houses, the grid of the streets. There's a geometric organization to the city that I always forget exists until I see it from a bird's eye view. We go higher until it looks like we're on another planet, one where there's no solid ground. Clouds are all that exist, but they make me feel like I'm in a million different places all at once. They clump together like a rainforest canopy, and I swear I'm over the Amazon. They surround us with white, and it's like we're in the Arctic, in a world of snow and glaciers. They form in giant, fragile gobs of spun sugar, and I think I'm in a candy land straight out of my childhood dreams. They're the ocean foam, they're rolling hills, they're wispy ghosts.
Put your mouth on first, put your mouth on first, hold out second.
Life goes about like normal inside the plane cabin. People walk to the bathroom, the flight attendants come by to pass out pretzels and soda. It's too easy to forget that we're soaring through the sky at hundreds of miles per hour. Until we hit turbulence and the plane starts to tremble and you remember, oh shit, we're thousands of feet above the ground and I'm sitting next to complete strangers, and if we start to plummet, this could very quickly turn into a Lost episode. But it doesn't. We pass through the rough patch, and then from the plane window, it hardly even looks like we're moving.
It's been our pleasure serving all of you.
Everything happens again, only in reverse. The clouds fade away and a new doll city appears beneath us. This time, we're zooming in on Google Maps, and the fields and buildings and roads become bigger and clearer and crisper. The wheels finally hit the runway, and we're going so fast, and for a second I think we're never going to be able to slow down. But we do, and the plane stops. We've traveled hundreds of miles in a world above the clouds, in a giant hunk of metal and glass and chemicals, and we are a matter of fact. We unfasten our seatbelts and collect our bags and walk back into the microcosmic mass of humanity that is the airport, never to see one another again. I've flown dozens of times before, but maybe I am like a baby bird, leaving the nest for the first time and marveling at the enormity of the sky. Each time I fly is another chance to experience the whole separate world that exists above the clouds and mountains and tiny cities. Maybe that's why I take the window seat.